folks, it's me, Henna. Hey. How am I looking? I bought this little fleece the other day. There's no stitches. No stitches at all, except for the arm areas. Yeah. Pretty neat, huh? I think I should take off this little fleece. It's getting warm. Yeah. I think I should replace my glasses. Yeah. There, the henna that you're familiar with. Yeah. Okay, so what's new? I got a job. Yes, I got a job. Henna's back in the workforce. Yeah. So, I got a job. Yeah. And then I was thinking, okay, I should probably set up a little irrigation system for Rain and the Orni sisters if I had to be out of town for a couple of days, you know, for work and stuff. And so for now, I could do something that's completely mechanical, completely based on like physics. So it should be a little easier on the wallet and stuff. So I looked up like plumbing, little like 1/4-inch drip irrigation tubing and stuff, but they were a little too expensive for me because and then on top of that, the flow control valves, they weren't as precise as I wanted to be, because Rain and the Orni sisters, the amount of water, if I were to leave it on 24/7, it comes down to about a drop every 10 seconds or so. So the regulators for the drip irrigation system that were available online, they were like, they're meant for like actual gardens and stuff and lawns. So the specs were kind of like outside of what I was looking for. And there were also like tubing, for example, you know, the tubing was like 50 feet long and I only needed 6 feet, and so I didn't want to spend like 20-30 bucks on stuff where I'd have to end up storing the rest, you know, in my parts drawer and stuff. So I said, well, how about IV system, right? IV, you know, system. It's drip, and the flow can be controlled to really like slow drips. So I looked it up, and sure enough, they were like $5 a piece, and it came with nice long tubing, and that's flexible, and it also came with a control valve, bleeder monitor, you know, kind of thing. And so I ordered 2 of them, and they came the other day. Yesterday, I was at this table with my balcony, you know, blinds wide open, and I had my candle. I had to cut the tubing to kind of like fit it in a way that, you know, I needed it to work, you know, on my little setup, because I wasn't planning on using that for an actual IV, you know, application. So yeah, And then on top of that, I had like white powder on my table because the white powder is from the collagen supplement that arrived earlier yesterday. And I was trying to find the scoop inside the little pouch, and I kind of got a little bit of the powder to fly over, and so that powder is on my table. So white powder there's a candle, there's like IV tubing, and I'm like doing this, on the candle and stuff. So my neighbors were probably thinking like, oh shoot, she's probably doing drugs, but I wasn't doing drugs. I was simply engineering, yes, my little setup for my irrigation system. And it worked. So yeah, I'm gonna show you a little quick video. Yep. Okay, so the automatic drip irrigation system is working. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's the system, and then still piping, and that goes to the water bottle. It's a Syphon system, so yeah, a similar thing over to the Orni sisters. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. So yeah, simple, and it works. Yep. So right now I've set the flow rate to approximately 1 drop per 10 to 11 seconds, and that comes up to my faithful Casio calculator. Yeah, so let's see. 1 drop per 10 seconds, which comes up to 6 drops a minute, times 60 minutes equals 360 drops an hour. 360 drops an hour times 24 hours equals 8,640 drops a day. And then each drop, if I remember correctly, is like 0.050 milliliters. So 0.05 milliliters times the answer equals 432 milliliters, so which is approximately 500 milliliters, which means it's like half a liter. So half a liter a day, which is very close to how much like I was watering manually before. So in case you're feeling curious, you're welcome to watch this section of the video. A little observation I made yesterday regarding some interactions between Rain and the Orni sisters. Yep. So the dynamic between my chili pepper plants, the ornamental chili pepper plants, and my rain pepper plant is quite fascinating. So these are my ornamental chili pepper plants, the Orni sisters, and this is Rain, my rain pepper plant. Yep, they sprouted at approximately the same time, and they have kind of grown up in close proximity to each other. Like, this is probably the furthest they have been from each other. When they were younger, their respective pots were even closer to each other. And what I have been noticing is, like here, the ornamental pebble plant, it's not the sunlight, the branch, both of them. Yeah, both of them are extending their respective branches towards rain. And rain actually started this whole thing. So she started extending her branch, and this was the branch, and she extended it like quite far towards the Orni sisters. And then recently the Orni sisters extended their branches, their respective branches, and then now Rain's retracted her branch. So it's almost like they're communicating with each other. And then, of course, out of all the ornamental chili peppers, they're generally shaped like this, right? And then, like, out of the blue, there's this little guy that's shaped like a tomato. And then guess what? Rain pepper plants are generally straight like this, and tiny. And out of the blue, Rain also fruited a little spherical chili pepper. And it's like the timing seems to be so similar, and it's really fascinating between these two. It's almost like they're communicating with each other, and they're competing with each other, and yeah, they're acting like family members. Yep, well, in a sense they are. They are family members, yep. Although they may be different types of chili peppers, but they're under the same roof at Henna's place. Yeah. And they are Henna's chili pepper plants. Yeah. Fascinating, huh? What do you think? You're welcome to let me know in the comment section below. I'd be curious to know. Yeah. Laters!